Hello, I'm Jory Epstein with Yahoo Sports, joined today by Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott. You tore your hamstring while playing against the Falcons. You got surgery the next week to repair it. Where are you in the recovery process right now?
Still on the crutches. I'm able to walk just with a little bit of body weight on it. This is actually my first day driving, so I'm living it up in the truck right now. But coming along, obviously very slow beginning process as we have to let the hamstring heal to the bone. But then after that, it's going to be full course go. So I can say I've started some weight transfers and different core exercises. So the rehab has started, already starting to get those small goals and victories from one day to another. So looking exciting.
I know when you had your injury in 2020, as the coming months followed, it was, okay, now I can run, now I can cut, now I can use my plant foot. What are some of the upcoming benchmarks to look forward to?
Today, being able to drive again, having confidence, obviously, in my leg, wearing a brace, but being able to drive again after a few weeks is a huge win. As I said, being able to walk, even though I still have my crutches, being able to have a normal walking gait now with my crutches, so being able to put more weight on my leg is a big win. So those are two of the most recent that I'm excited about. And then during the workouts, when I get to put down my crutches to do a workout, is something I'm looking forward to next.
Do you have a sense of OTA's minicamp if you'll be full go?
Fortunately, I can do this with having no hard timeline. So not necessarily of rushing back, but however I do see myself entering this off season. No restrictions, not even it being discussed. Planning on by the time that comes, I'm full go, not even in the rehab mode, and working to make myself a better quarterback for this team.
Switching gears, Jerry was on the radio this morning, and he was asked about the impact that a late season run could have on a team. You guys have won the last two games, and he was saying how oftentimes the momentum from one season carries over to the next. And he said that could be positive or negative, and that he believes you guys did see some carryover from the loss to Green Bay. Do you agree with that? How do you view the way that the Green Bay loss impacted this season?
It hurt. To say that we took a lot over from it, I think as much as anything, you've got to learn from your lessons. And that's what, as much as, if anything, as it was. And for me personally, I think the offense is about starting fast, and you can't come in a playoff game starting slow, especially against a team that is hot. And I think to what Jerry's saying is a late come on rally is, look at Green Bay, a team that really almost didn't make the playoffs last year. Got going late in the year, able to make a playoffs, not only make the playoffs, make a run and beating us, playing San Fran tight to the end. And then that's propelled them into this season, I think, is what Jerry's getting at, is just being able to take anything good and use that moving forward. And obviously winning 2 games back-to-back is huge, so we can continue to just do that and take some momentum, take some confidence, understanding that a huge amount of this team will still be on the team next year.
I know rehabbing takes so much time. Are you able to be in some of the meetings? Are you able to talk game plan? And where do you watch the game from right now?
Thursday, actually, I watched from the home. The last away game I watched from the house. The Commanders just not being able to travel this early into surgery, but the rest of them, I'll either be at the stadium in the coach's box right now while I'm on crutches and can't really get out of the way of the guys. So, and then the away games, I look forward to really just start traveling and being more involved. And as far as the meetings, just kind of here and there, pop in a few meetings. Just wanted to see the guys, keep the spirits and the vibes positive as I can when I show my face. As far as saying in the game plan meetings, not necessarily, but always helping the quarterback coop, especially if there's anything that I can offer you ask for.
You talked after your last extended injury about how you felt like your mind sped up in some ways because you were able to watch the game from the sideline, understanding the offense and what was supposed to happen. Have you had any moments like that during this stretch of, oh, now I see something that I might not have noticed earlier this year?
I think almost getting this, having this much experience, you go through, like, when your mind speed up to now that my mind sped up, I've got to slow, I don't want to say my body down, but my mind back down. It's like, yeah, you see it and it's coming, but you've got to be patient. You've got to wait a half a second, let it develop. Whatever those things may be, is just watching these games and tapes, and then looking at myself and the few games that I got to play, is my mind was there. And as I continue to attest to you guys, I'm seeing it just the way that I want to see it, maybe a little too fast at times, and I need to stick and allow a receiver either work in a second move or give it a chance, or maybe even sit in the pocket, making one move, a smaller move to make a guy miss, and then making the pass. So already taking a lot of notes.
You played for a coach on the final year of his contract before in Jason Garrett. Now Mike McCarthy's on the final year of his contract. How do you approach that? Because you've had experience this before, and I mean, what do you expect to happen, or what do you want to happen?
For me, it's about control. I can control. Obviously, very fortunate to be coached by Jason Garrett and to be able to reference this year to that last year in 2019 with him. It's still control what I can control, help and support Mike to every extent that I can. Obviously, it's unfortunate being hurt. Your coach seems like he's playing out his last contract and almost feeling like, I can't help, feeling helpless and helping him in this situation, especially a guy you believe in so much and you believe in being your head coach. But it's just continue to keep our conversations and just be real and help him in any way and help this team in any way that I can, being the leader. And obviously it's exciting when you see notes and comments Jerry makes about there being a possibility of re-signing the coach. What
do you want fans to know about your belief in Mike McCarthy?
That I believe in him wholeheartedly. I think he definitely deserves a chance, another contract and a chance to coach this team amongst and kind of, I guess you can say, more influence on his terms. Maybe a good way to say it. But I wholeheartedly believe in him. The guys won a Super Bowl. I know Jerry's attested to that. There's not many guys or coaches who have done that, and to have one that can do it from experience, and I know how valuable he's been for me.
How did he help you offensively last year? I know some of it didn't carry over in the game books this year, but you took a big step as an offense last year. How has he helped you as a quarterback?
He always discusses, starts with the quarterback, and then obviously footwork's one of the main ones I've always, glorified in the sense of just calming my feet down, tying the routes with the feet and the timing of that. I think that's a huge foundation to now the way that I play this game. And I mean, I credit Mike for it, but so many nuances of the games and, excited to just continue this rehab and missing the hell out of the game right now.
Howdy, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Today, your number one source for all things America's team. If you're a diehard football fan and love our Dallas Cowboys, you're in the right place. So don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to stay updated with all the latest Cowboys news. Let's get started. Hey, Cowboys fans. The season isn't over yet, but for many, playoff hopes are already behind us. With that, the focus is shifting to the future of the team and how the Dallas Cowboys can rebuild for next season. Is it time for a more aggressive roster overhaul? Before we dive in, I want to hear from you. What position do you think needs the most attention for 2025? Is it the offense? The defense? Or maybe even the coaching staff? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because your opinion matters in this conversation. Now let's get straight to the point. One of the biggest topics right now is how the Dallas Cowboys can refresh their roster to get back into title contention. Among the names circulating behind the scenes, one big name has caught attention: Nick Chubb, currently with the Cleveland Browns. Chubb, a four-time Pro Bowler, is considered one of the best running backs in the league, but he's coming back from a serious knee injury. With the Browns out of playoff contention and rebuilding, he could be available, and many analysts believe he would be the perfect addition to our backfield, which has been struggling. Think about it, Rico Dowdle has had some good moments, but he hasn't established himself as the go-to guy. Ezekiel Elliott is nowhere near the player he used to be, and even Dalvin Cook, brought in as a temporary solution, hasn't made a significant impact. A player like Chubb could completely change the dynamic of our offense. But here's the question. Is it worth betting on a player with an injury history, or would it be better to invest in younger talent, like through the draft? Bringing in Chubb would be a bold move, but it could be the kind of gamble that puts the Dallas Cowboys back on track for victories. And this is just the beginning. This rebuild needs to be broad and include both the offense and defense, which have shown weaknesses throughout the season. Is Jerry Jones ready to make bolder moves and give us a competitive team for next year? So, Cowboys fans, what would you do if you were in his shoes? Would you go after Nick Chubb, or would you take a different route? Let me know in the comments, share this video with your friends on social media, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Together, let's keep dreaming and hoping for a stronger, winning Dallas Cowboys team. Until next time, and as always, go Cowboys!